Picture your entire morning, from the bathroom to the train to buying a coffee, with zero friction. No fumbling, no waiting, no small aggravations stacking up before 9 a.m. Japan has built that morning not through expensive technology or complicated apps, but through 14 specific physical systems that each solve one exact problem and nothing else. Most of them are so small you'd walk past them without noticing. But together they add up to a daily life that runs in a way most people genuinely don't think is possible. Number 1. Heated toilet seats with built-in bidets. Sitting down on a freezing toilet seat at 6 a.m. is one of those small miseries that hits every single morning, and most countries just accept it. Japan didn't. The heated seat solves the cold problem immediately, but the built-in bidet does something more useful. It removes toilet paper as a necessity, so you're not rationing squares at the worst possible moment or generating a bag of paper waste every week. And these aren't hotel amenities. They're in convenience stores, train stations, and standard apartments across the country. A toilet without them reads as unfinished, the way a kitchen tap with no hot water would feel somewhere else. Number 2. Umbrella lockers outside stores and stations. You walk into a grocery store in the rain, and now you're holding a dripping umbrella for the entire trip, knocking it against shelves, apologizing when you turn around in a narrow aisle, and never quite finding anywhere to put it. Japan uses individual umbrella lockers mounted right at the entrance. You slide your umbrella into a narrow vertical slot, press a button, and a small key pops out. No electricity, no app, no account, and it takes about 4 seconds. Number 3. Convenience stores that handle almost everything. A normal errand run in most cities means 5 separate stops. The pharmacy, the ATM, the post office, the grocery store, the cafe, each with its own hours and its own queue. The assumption is that specialized places do things better, but Japan tested that and found it mostly doesn't hold for everyday needs. Japanese convenience stores handle bill payments, ATM withdrawals, package shipping, hot food, printing, event tickets, and basic medicines, all open 24 hours. You can scan a utility bill barcode at 3 a.m., pay cash, and walk out with a stamped receipt. Number 4. Silent train etiquette and designated quiet spaces. One person on a phone call can make 30 minutes of commuting genuinely unpleasant for everyone around them. And most transit systems just put up a sign and hope for the best. Japan doesn't enforce train silence with staff or fines. It's just a shared understanding so consistent that phone calls almost never happen. Conversations between seatmates stay low, and music stays in headphones. A rush-hour train car in Japan is actually quiet, which feels strange the first time you experience it. Some lines run designated quiet carriages where even low conversation stops, and conductors don't patrol them because they don't need to. Number 5. Compact multifunctional apartments. A studio apartment in Tokyo can run as small as 20 square meters, and people live comfortably in them. Not because they own less, but because the space is designed around the actual problem of having very little room. Most small apartments in other countries feel cramped because the furniture and storage were built for larger rooms and then squeezed in. Japanese apartments treat the size as a fixed constraint and design up from there, literally. Storage runs floor to ceiling, beds fold into walls, and stackable containers are manufactured to fit the exact dimensions of the drawers they go into, so nothing rattles around or gets stacked in front of something else. Number 6, vending machines on nearly every block. You're cold, you need a hot drink, and the nearest cafe is 10 minutes away. In Japan, you're almost certainly within 50 meters of a vending machine, so that problem disappears before it starts. Vending machines in most countries are an afterthought, stocked with the same few options and half out of order. Japan's network is actual infrastructure with machines stocked to match the local area and the current season. When temperatures drop, The machines shift their inventory toward hot canned coffee, hot tea, and heated corn soup, sitting right next to the cold drinks. Number 7. Cash trays at checkout counters. Paying cash at a checkout counter involves a small coordination problem that most people stopped noticing years ago. You're holding out money, the cashier's reaching for it, your hands are in each other's way, and sometimes a coin hits the floor and rolls somewhere. Japan fixed this with a small plastic tray sitting on the counter. You put your cash in the tray, the cashier takes it from the tray, and change comes back the same way. Nobody's hands touch, nobody fumbles, and the whole thing moves faster because neither person has to wait for the other to be ready. Number 8. Parcel redelivery and smart pickup lockers. Getting a package delivered in most countries means choosing between staying home for a 4-hour window or collecting it from a post office that closes before you finish work. Miss the delivery driver once, and you're now looking at a second attempt, another missed window, a trip across town, and a form to fill out just to get something you already paid for. You can reschedule redelivery through an app and pick a specific evening slot, or you can redirect the package to a locker at a train station, convenience store, or your apartment lobby. A code arrives when the package does, you go when it suits you, and the whole pickup takes about 90 seconds. Number 9. Separate slippers for different indoor areas. Shoes track in whatever the street has on them, and most people know this and do nothing about it because removing shoes at the door creates a new question. What do you wear inside? Japan removes shoes at the entrance as a baseline, but the slipper system goes further. House slippers stay in the living areas and bedrooms. A separate pair sits just inside the bathroom door and never leaves that room. When you walk out, you swap back. The bathroom floor carries different bacteria than the rest of the home, and the separate slippers contain that physically without any cleaning products or reminders. Number 10. Tiny but highly organized kitchen storage systems. Japanese kitchens can run under 3 square meters of working space, and people cook full meals in them every day because the storage is built around that constraint from the start, not scaled down from something bigger. Knives go on a magnetic wall strip, off the counter and within arm's reach. Stackable containers are sized to fit specific drawer dimensions, so nothing shifts around or blocks something behind it. Pot lids sit in vertical racks, so they don't nest into each other and turn into a pile you have to excavate. Spice jars get labeled on the top, so you see everything the moment the drawer opens. Number 11. Crosswalk buttons and audio signals for accessibility. A standard crosswalk without an audio signal is a guessing game for anyone who can't clearly see the light. And most countries treat that as an edge case to address later, which is why accessibility features at intersections are inconsistent and bolt on and frequently broken. Japan builds the audio signal into the crosswalk from the start. Different tones play for different crossing directions, so a visually impaired pedestrian knows exactly which signal is active without any guesswork. The raised yellow tactile strips on sidewalks and station platforms work the same way, guiding people along the correct path and warning of edges before they reach them. Number 12. Foldable shopping baskets and reusable bag systems. Countries that banned plastic bags mostly created a new problem at the register. Your items get scanned, and now you're packing your reusable bag as fast as you can while the next person waits behind you. Japan's 2-basket system cuts that pressure out completely. The cashier scans your items from your basket directly into a second basket, and you take that basket to a separate bagging counter off to the side. Bag hooks, flat surface, no one waiting on you. Your job and the cashier's job happen at the same time instead of one after the other, so the line moves faster and you're not rushing. Number 13. Heated bathroom drying rooms for laundry. Tumble dryers aren't common in Japanese apartments, partly because the apartments are small, and partly because dryers pull a lot of electricity. So, Japan built the drying function into the bathroom instead. You hang your clothes on a bar inside the bathroom, switch the system to drying mode, and it circulates warm, dry air until everything's dry, usually within a couple of hours. That same unit heats the bathroom in winter, steams wrinkles out of clothes, and pulls moisture out of the air after a shower to stop mold from forming. Number 14. Clear garbage sorting and collection systems. Garbage collection feels invisible until the system breaks down, and if you've ever lived somewhere with vague rules about what goes where, you know how fast it creates daily friction. Japan's sorting system is detailed. Burnable waste, non-burnable waste, glass, cans, PET bottles, and cardboard each get collected on a specific day, and every household gets a schedule and designated bags for each category. That sounds like a lot, but the rules don't shift, so you learn them once. Every item on this list is small. A tray, a slipper, a basket, a sound at a crosswalk. None of them cost much or require complicated technology. What makes them work is that each one targets a specific point where daily life produces friction and then gets deployed consistently across the whole system. So it's just there every time you need it.